What's that?
What can you say about moving on till tomorrow?
Pretty excited about it. 29-3. Really proud of our guys. I thought they did a nice job. Wasn't one of our better shooting nights. Probably a game we don't win back in January. We haven't had too many tough shooting nights, and tonight was one of those. And we were able to get enough stops, held them 38% shooting. So I thought we did some really good things of trying to get some stops. We out-rebounded them. 13 turnovers was a little high in the first half. We couldn't get to the free throw line in the first half, and we turned the ball over 10 times in the first half. Second half, we settled down. We didn't turn the ball over. We just didn't make the shots we normally make, and we kind of got out of flow that way. But our guys did a really good job of making the plays they had to make, especially defensively.
Questions? Right here.
This question is for Alonzo and Isaac. You held USC defensively. You guys held USC to less than 39% shooting. What does that say as far as you guys' defensive presence tonight and as well as moving forward?
It's been picking up every game, and we had to rely on that tonight since our shots weren't falling. And just credit to all the guys on the team, staying focused and sticking to it.
Isaac?
Oh, well, piggyback what Zoe said, it's the same thing. We did a lot of coach emphasized contested twos, and I think that's what we did, and we rebound, and that's kind of what ignites our transition.
Right here.
Lonzo, why do you think the shots weren't falling tonight?
It's just one of those days, man. You're not going to shoot good every game, and for the majority of the season, we've been shooting well. So it's just one of those nights, and we still got the win, so that's always positive.
Coach, in the second half, it seemed like your zone was giving USC some fits, but then you switched to man in the second half. What was the reasoning behind that?
We played both man and zone, both halves. When they switched, we played zone in the first half and the second half, and we played man in the first half and second half.
Back here.
Yeah, Steve, a bit of a scare for a first game. Can that be good for a team, or is that never good because it was a scare?
Yeah, and it's tough. We're sitting around, we're watching everybody. They played last night. I've always felt, I've been doing this a long time, and I even told the guys this early in the week, that the quarterfinal game, I think, is always the hardest on the team that hadn't played. Because they've played in here the night before, so they're used to the environment. They've just started the tournament. We were the last team to start the tournament. That's just the way the bracket falls. But before we ever tipped, 7 of the teams have been eliminated. There's only 5 left by the time our ball tipped, and we hadn't played a game yet. So I thought our start was good. I really liked our start, and then I thought we got a little careless with the ball, and when we were up 12-13, we let them back quickly because of our turnovers, and they got the thing back to where it was a one-possession game. And the second half was kind of a grind. Neither team really shot it that well, us in particular. But we need games like this because SC is a team that, for the national tournament, this is going to be, I think, a seed that we're going to find and a team that we're going to find that we're going to have to beat to advance. And so as we get into next week and we start the national tournament, this will be a game we bring back up to the guys, knowing that we led most of the game, and then to be able to pull it out in the end. This will be something we look at next week.
Coach, with TJ coming back, what did you think of his performance tonight?
Tremendous. And that was another one. For him, 14 and 6 with 5 assists, a block. We got 33 minutes, so we got to get him some rest and treatment. But great credit to the medical staff, great credit to Shane, our trainer, and then obviously TJ for doing the work to get back to be able to play as well as he played. A lot of people get a lot of credit for that. So that was big for us. And we got some good play. Our bench hadn't been outscored like that all year. So it was just one of those games where our bench didn't really get into the flow that we've normally got into. And their bench came in and gave them a spark, especially Matthews and Stewart, gave them a big lift off the bench. And thought that got them back in the game. But we were able to go to TJ in the post a lot, and he's a load down there.
Right here in the front.
Yeah, this question's for Lonzo. Just your first time being here in a March Madness type of environment. How much do you like this big stage?
I love it. The bigger the game, I feel the better I play. Obviously tonight got in foul trouble early, so it was tough. But credit to the coaching staff and the teammates. You know, can't win this game one person. They stepped up. Ham here carried us on offense, and we got this opportunity to win.
Coach, this seemed in a few ways sort of like the first game against SC back in January with the turnovers in the first half. You guys didn't shoot as well as you normally do. What does it say to you about the way the team's developed that you were able to pull this one out?
Well, I think defensively, because I think in early January we may not win this game because our defense is much better than what it was in early December. So hopefully our guys can see that and they can build some confidence. We've had no problem with confidence at the other end, but this kind of helps build confidence defensively. I think it's our 10th win in a row. I think we've beaten SC now 7 out of 11 times, and they never led in this game. So even in a game where we're a little bit off, you look at the numbers and it's still pretty convincing that way. It was only a 2-point win, but it was tied for 20 seconds and we led the rest. So really proud of our guys on a night where we've had very, very few nights where we haven't shot it well or scored in the 80s plus, and this was one of those nights, and yet we find a way to get a win. And I think that hopefully they can build some momentum, because this is a hard team to guard. SC can beat you in a lot of different ways. We did a really good job on Metu tonight. He never really got going. I thought did a good job on Boatwright. McLaughlin got going in the second half, but really proud of the way we guarded for most of the game.
Stephen, the players looking ahead to tomorrow night, it's only been 2 weeks since you played Arizona. Is there some residual stuff you can take from that game, and what do you think about the matchup?
Well, I mean, it's a tremendous matchup. I think they're two outstanding teams. They're two, if you look at it across the board, I think it's 2 top 5 teams going at it in the semifinal game of a conference tournament. So they've had a very, very good year, and we've had a very, very good year. So they've got great players, we got great players, so it's a tremendous matchup. We were both able to win on each other's court, which is a little unusual, and now we face on a neutral court. So it's obviously it's going to be a very difficult game, and we have an awful lot of respect for them, and we know we're going to be better tomorrow night than what we were tonight.
Back here?
Can I get the players on that, Tom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess it took a coach's son to not get fouled and throw the ball. I think it goes to Isaac, and to run the clock out at that point.
Well, I thought we did a lot of good things down the stretch. EK missed a foul shot, but he did a good job getting that loose ball. Zoe, and again, that goes back to Zoe. Zoe just gets it. He knows everybody's role, and sometimes he does things you don't notice, but he's done that before in games. And I think if you rewind the tape, I think he jumps up in the air just to find Bryce and Isaac and get 2 of our very good foul shooters the ball. He knows that's their role late in the game like that. And he's not throwing it to somebody that is an average foul shooter. So he just gets those type of things. And then late, Bryce made a real good play before they got to him of throwing it the length of the floor to Isaac, and the time was able to run out. So I liked our late game management. I thought our guys did a really good job of getting stops. We went press into zone with 12 seconds to go, and I thought we did a really good job with that in that possession as well. We didn't want to give them a quick basket or a quick 3 to extend the game. We wanted them to, if they do score like they did, there's only 3 or 4 or 5 seconds left, and then it was going to be difficult on them. So I thought even though they made the shot, we defended it pretty well because it took time off.
Follow up here.
Yeah, just to the players, if you wouldn't mind talking about the previous Arizona game. You guys rebounded them, especially on the offensive glass. Just what's your takeaway from that?
It was a good game, but once again, it was in the past. We got to take it, learn from it, see the good, see the bad, move forward, and try to get a win tomorrow.
Oh, same thing. They played a good game at Arizona, and we got to say, like Coach said, we just got to get down on defense and get stops for the most part.
One more.
Isaac, you shot the ball well tonight. It seemed, at the end, there were plays called for you in the second half. What kind of rhythm did you feel like you were in, and why do you feel like you were able to shoot well tonight?
We got a lot of inside out. We passed the ball to TJ, and they kind of doubled him when they went 4 guards, and he kicked it out, and they left me open. So those kind of shots I need, just rhythm shots like that. And once 2 or 3 go down, I'm in a rhythm and I'm good to go.
All right, Coach.